Hey, hey, what's happening? I feel like it's Groundhog Day. I'm still in Mexico, day like 1:45, something like that. Cheryl left this morning. We got a little story time. I got really sick yesterday at the clinic. Um, I went in the hyperthermic bed, which is the bed that's supposed to heat you up, kills cancer. You have like these things that you take that adheres to the cancer cells, and with the heat and light therapy, the therapy is supposed to go to the cells and kill the cancer cells. But anyway, so I've been in the bed for the full 3 weeks that I've been here, and nothing really has ever went wrong. And I had about 5 minutes left in the bed. So the girl comes in, the nurse, and says, you have 5 more minutes. And I said, I don't think I can do 5 more minutes. Like, I was so hot. It's like being in a hot tub too long. And my temperature here, not internal temperature, but they measure the temperature here, was 104. They want it to be between 102 and 106. So it was actually right where it should have been. So I get out and she asked me if I want electrolytes. And here, the way that they make the electrolyte drink is in a big mason jar with Himalayan salt and lemon and lime, and that's your electrolytes. So I slammed that knowing that I was really extra or felt dehydrated. And right after that, I felt like total dog shit. I know my face was all pale, and I started shivering. And I was going about, I got off the table, and she's like, don't get off the table if you're still busy, if you're still dizzy. So I was like, okay, well, I think I'm fine after a few minutes. And then I went and I did a couple other things, but I was shivering. I was shivering so bad that I couldn't stop the shivering. And then they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I told them. And, the shivering went on for about an hour. And they were putting all these heat lamps on me. They gave me extra fluids. And I'm like scared because I'm in Mexico. I'm in a foreign country where if something happens to me and I have to go to the hospital, like, I'm screwed. And they pretty much tell you that, like, if you go to the hospital here, your insurance doesn't cover anything, and the hospitals here aren't very good. So I was like, oh my God, please let me be okay. So I messaged Cheryl. I'm like, I don't feel good. And she was there in like 1.5 minutes. I swear to God, it's right across the street. And I texted my husband. I said, I don't feel good. So anyway, when Cheryl got there, I had been resting for a little bit, and they had the heat lamps on me and whatnot, but I felt so bad. Like, I had a screaming headache. I was nauseous. They had given me some anti-nausea through my IV, and then I had taken some anti-nausea that I had here, but it was scary. And when you feel bad and you're in a foreign place, and they're like, they were on me, like, okay, we can't let this escalate, or just going to end up in the hospital type thing. I didn't think that. I mean, it crossed my mind. Of course it crosses your mind as a human being, like, oh my gosh, what if this goes downhill, and downhill fast? But it didn't. So yesterday, Cheryl was trying to get me to eat because I didn't eat lunch or dinner, just because I felt so nauseous. And I think it was just a matter of me overheating way too much in that bed. And I ended up eating some broth and some fruit last night before bed, and then got up this morning and felt pretty decent. So that's my story time for today.